today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk the Town on WDBX. As you can hear, I have a wonderful guest in my presence today. I have the unique honor and privilege of sitting here in the African American Museum of Southern Illinois with Morikeba, Kouyate. And he is a Jolly, or a griot, from Senegal, from West Africa. And he is sitting here playing a West African harp, which he calls a kora, an amazing instrument that he has built himself that comes from his family lineage of over 700 years. So he's taken these sounds of the kora with me for a moment.
Manzo kana modina sanoto tamba wena modina sano Eliasa tamba jame girango mama tamba fadu Koli boyda jame jilang sitanungu koli la jame jilang Manzo kare kunni na kanye kokuwa tamba kuwa legini kokunni Sayra kan kule jala selengu jala sele birawude jamu birawude le damamu Ilyasa Wolle bota chukudi sanemani mbambi sanemani Burani mbambi ya musari jiman kutile badamani tambang arawali Ulufa uluma oni soli njoye jamba kadam baru mani kurungun sansan Mambure maron be kubandari Jada mamam farin samol be jimansari Ya waya jamul me Ilyasa
goodness. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
You're welcome.
That was beautiful. Again, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Isn't this a wonderful way to start our Monday morning? This will be playing in a few Mondays here, Morikeba. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and sharing your music and your stories. So you have been here in Southern Illinois this whole week. You've been before back in 2000.
10, 15 years ago.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
great.
Mhm.
Well, welcome back. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much for playing for our communities here. So Morikeba's been here basically doing a quick Southern Illinois residency, playing at the Varsity Center this past Wednesday evening. And this morning, it's a Friday morning right now, and played at SIU Morris Library as part of work with the Black Resource Center, and is playing here at the African American Museum this evening of Southern Illinois. And you've gone to some schools as well, to Lewis School and Mount Vernon High School Township.
The high school, yes.
Yeah, fantastic.
We
So
do a few high schools here too. Yeah.
amazing. So you have so much to share. I've got to see you play twice now in your time here, and so honored to get to sit here and have this interview with you playing. So I'd love for our listeners who have perhaps not got to come see you play to just hear about this story. And this instrument is so incredibly unique, and it carries so much history with it. Would you mind just kind of diving in and talking about your family and how these songs get passed along through this instrument?
Thank you. I am Jali Girio. When you born into Jali family, to learn how to play instrument is not an option. You have to. It's like you go to school, you don't have a choice to say I want to go to school or not. It's the same thing. This is a home school. They don't give you option to think about if you're going to do it or not. You're going to do it. And then you're going to learn each song, how to sing it, what story is behind that song. They will teach you all of that since you are younger. And then you grow up with it until you get... I started when I was 8 years old, and I started doing my own performance at the age of 14.
Okay.
And I have two brothers. They're all master. Both of them teach me how to play kora.
Awesome.
And then my mom also sing. She taught me a lot of songs I sing, and my mama taught me how to sing those songs.
Okay, wonderful.
So, this instrument kora, when you first have it, you learn it with the little ones, but for example, for graduation, for now to go on your own, to have your own kora, the first one, you have to name that to somebody. They do a name ceremony for kora. It's like a graduation. That's the day you get your diploma.
Cool.
To go. So the whole city or the whole town, everybody's gonna come to the house, and then you can build it before, or the same day some people build their own instrument that day.
Wow.
But I built mine first because a lot of my friends asked me, they want me to perform for that day, so I have to build it before the ceremony days.
Wow.
But because Africa is a hot day, so it doesn't take too long for the kora to get dry.
Okay.
And then I fixed mine, and then the ceremony days, I named my first kora after one of my friend's sister.
Okay.
So we do ceremony there, and then that's the day I can say that's the day I have my diploma. Now I'm free to go by myself. I can go with some people, or I can go by myself, but now I'm graduated.
Amazing.
Yes.
And about what age was that?
That was, I was probably about, let's say, it's about 23.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
so you started when you were 8.
Yeah.
And you didn't have this graduation ceremony till 23.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they want to make sure I know how to play it, I do my own performance, but I still not get my diploma.
Yeah.
So to get your own one, you can perform with your teacher's kora.
Okay.
But to make your own one, they want to make sure every song you do know how to play it, you know how to sing it, and then you know the story behind that song, because people are going to be asking you this and that and this, and then also you are the only person can pass that to your kids. So they want to make sure you got it.
Yeah.
You not say, I'm not sure with this one, I'm not sure with this one. No. Every song they teach you, they want to make sure you know how to play it, you know how to sing it, and also the story you can behind that song.
Yeah, because it's important. You're passing down
you're
history.
Passing down to your kids, and then you're not going to sit down and get old. Your kids are asking you, you say, oh, I forgot to ask my blood. Oh, I forgot to ask my dad for that. No, you're not going to do that. They want to make sure you know everything the same way your dad taught you.
Wow.
Because that's the same way you want to pass that to your kids.
That is amazing.
So, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. You spoke of during your performances how, okay, so I'm so excited to hear about the naming ceremony for the instrument itself, but there's so much to do with names through this and passing on these names and adding it as time goes on, all the names of the family. Can you explain that process a little more?
Name what? Like what name?
Yeah, like you were talking about how the ceremonies, they'll call on a jolly to come play on a happy day, and you have to have their grandparents' names and parents and their children and so on and so forth.
For example, the way we make the songs, if I compose the song for you, will be your name, will be the name of that song, and then your parents' name, and then your sisters, and then your brothers. When you get married, we add your husband's name there, or that time if you already have a husband, will be your name and your husband's name is going to be in that song. So I'm your Girio, I'm your Jali, I'm the one who composed that song for you, that for your family, you and your family. And then even another life, if I have a son or daughter, I pass that story to them. Any kind of occasion your family have your son or your daughter, they're not going to do any party without calling my kids to come up in their program.
Amazing.
Because they want to hear between me and you pass to them. So my son will know everything about you because I passed that song to him.
Yeah.
And then he's going to play the same song to your daughter or your son to explain them how this song came about. And then that's the day he's going to add their name on that song too. So even they're not alive again, your grandkids will do the same thing with my grandkids.
Yeah.
Your great-great-kids will do the same thing with my great-great-kids because my family keep your family story.
Yeah.
And then they have a special song for you, and then they want to hear that. Kids want to say, oh, I want to hear my grandma's song, or I want to see my great-grandmother's song. So that's how this is the way we compose the songs.
Yeah.
We don't compose the songs with no story or just say we have a love songs, but it's not like a Western music love songs. Love songs we have is like a family love songs.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters and cousins, mother and father, son and daughter, song like that.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of love songs we have when the people's last name will be on it and then the first name will be on it.
That's amazing.
Because last name is very important. In Africa, you don't marry a woman and change her last name. Women don't give her last name away because of marriage.
Okay.
Because you got that from your dad.
Yeah.
And then your kids want to know that story. So in African way, if you change your last name because of your husband, your kids gonna know only one last name. They're gonna forget about your last name because your last name didn't take it from your dad. So in Africa, you married, but you don't take your wife's last name because she got that from her dad, like you got yours from your dad.
Sure, right.
So she's not going to give you her dad's last name.
Yeah.
She's not going to give up her that is last name because of men.
Yeah.
Because the kids want to know the both last name, where they coming from. Because name, you can name your son, your daughter after anybody outside your family. But the last name would, the main story came through the last name. The last name will tell the griots, the Jalis, where you come from. Name don't mean nothing. Name or mixing all over families, people have a different name or the same name. Each family have a same name. So name don't mean a lot. Last name is more important than the first name.
Yeah.
Because last name will tell the Jali what country this last name started from, and then who started first, or who's the ancestor for this last name, what happened for that last name come. Because each last name is a word, it means something. For example, my last name is Kouyate, Kouyate. In Mandinko language, you take all the sadness inside of me, you bring a joy on me. That's a Kouyate me.
Wow.
Yeah, you break all the sadness in my body.
Oh.
You bring all the peace on me. That's a Kouyate. Kuya means
beautiful.
Bad. But te mean you broke all the bad part in my heart. Only you bring sweet things in my heart. That's a Kouyate.
Wow.
So who said that first? So that's the king of Susu named Sumaworo Kante. He's the one who created the balafon. He gave it to who? Nyankumandoga. He's the first person who have Kouyate last name. And then it passed from generation to generation until to us. So I'm just giving you an example for my last name. So each last name in Africa, if you stay at last name, most of the time you know what side of Africa that person come from.
Wow, cool.
East Africa or West Africa or North Africa, Central Africa, West Africa. We have a last names. When you say that last name, automatically everybody know where that last name come from. Is it from Ghana, or if it's to West Africa, it's going to be a Mandinko last name, or it could be Mali, it could be Guinea, it could be Guinea-Bissau, it could be Gambia or Senegal. But you know those 6 countries, that's what that last name come from. So it's go on and on and on and on and on. Each side have a last name. That's why they don't change the last name. Last name is very important in Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, it tells such a rich story. I love just how much intention there is with all these names, and so much intention with the music. It's all so specific. Yeah, it's not just to be like, oh yeah, here's a love story. Ooh, baby. Fantastic. Would you like to play another song for us? Wonderful.
Sadio Kamara nimtankan Sadio Jamman Ya makulumani ya manjani bunto moninja Sadio Jamman Numuluka kele tankan Sadio Jamban Tamadi wijalana numuluka kele tankan Sadio Namatambina boila, fendini mina tula batema. Wolun kulungoni jiba kilongeta jala de batema. Momun jutu tanyo minko laina mamne kulungkina batema. Dunia munane di jomalong. Kuno tema kola kabako kumui. Kimara buka kulung fu barinda kabati. Dali sula mume woni me ya tikanyan. Hani ba jikinda bamba de barakanda kuremba.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes. So, what was that song about?
This song is we call it a lady songs. That's in singing about a lot of women's name there. The end of the party, you play a song for ladies to dance because most of the time men are like to listen to the stories and all of that, but the women during the party they want to dance more than listening to party. That's how they can call the party is good. If they're not dancing, it's not too good. But when they be able to hear something they can dance, it's good. So we call it the Gimba sound.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's a lady song.
I love that.
Yeah.
So how far back does that song go? How old is that one?
This song is probably maybe 150 years old.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you carry on so many songs, but then you get called upon to write new songs as well. Yeah. So. Do you have an estimate of how many songs you've composed for people on this?
Probably about 18.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, my own.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then I guess about how many songs do you have mastered on
Well,
this?
chorus songs, I cannot remember how many songs. I didn't count it. But every song, when I'm performing, every song come to my mind, I play it.
Yeah.
And I never have it reading somewhere to keep it there, all in my head.
That's amazing.
So whatever come to my mind, I play it. Sometimes that's why I'm not good to write set list when I'm performing, because I go by my audience.
Yeah.
What kind of audience I have. If it's kids, and then automatically I know which song I should be playing. If it's college students, I will go with how I feel with those audience in the play. If it's adult, they might want to listen to more than jam or dancing. They like to story music, so I'll go with the slow music, not faster music, because they're elderly people, so they're most interested about the story with the songs, not the singing part too much, because I don't sing in English. So some elder people not very interested about your singing. They might say you have good voice, but because they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you play the music for them, they enjoy that part. So that's how I do my performance. Just go through by the type of audience I have.
That's wonderful. I love it, and it's then so different every time. I'm sure that keeps it fresh for you, and keeps it that energy flowing. It is your performances I've been able to attend this week are very interactive, and I can tell that you feed off your audience and are riding on that. That's amazing. We only have a few moments left, so I would love to give you the opportunity to share whatever you would like to with our listeners here, whether it be another song or a story.
It's a story about one old guy. His dad was telling people to do right things all the time, because, like we say, what goes around comes around. When you're nice to people, you will receive a blessing. Whatever you do, he'll come back to you. So this old guy, even you shake his hand to say how are you, he say you do it yourself. Everything. You say hi, he say you do it yourself. Everything you talk to him about it, here's water. He don't say thank you, he'll say you do it yourself.
Okay.
So one lady was so mad at him and don't like him.
Okay.
Their neighbors. She very hate that old man. Keeping talking about that, you do it yourself, you do it yourself. Everything you do it yourself. And Bambara is called Yakeyere. He wanna eliminate that old man to poison him, to kill him. The old man went to his farm, working at his farm, and this lady cooked a nice meal, pretend like he liked him, but inside she hate him. Cook nice meal and put the poison on it. Take it to the guy from his farm. Told him, I know you're working too hard, you're hungry, you don't have a wife, so I'll cook for you today. And the old man said, you do it to yourself. He said, okay, I'm going. And he said, put it underneath the tree down there. When I finish working, I will eat it. And the lady put that food bowl, the plate, underneath the tree, and she left. This lady have two sons. Her two sons in the farm working. They're coming home, they're hungry, they don't know if their mama cook or not. They come by to do that old man, they say, how are you? They say, you do it yourself. They say, well, we're very hungry, and we see you have a plate underneath the tree. Can we do it? Can we eat it? They say, do it yourself. They went sit down, wash their hands, and eat all that food. Their mama cooked to kill that old man. That's the food they eat. They eat the whole food. And they say, we're going. They say, fine, you do it to yourself. They went home. Few minutes later, less than 20 minutes, everybody started getting crying and say, my stomach's hurting. My stomach, and everybody, they crying, falling down. One fall down this way, the other boy fall down this way. And all the neighbors come from the house, hearing people are screaming. They told the boys, what happened? What did I eat? They say, we coming from the farm, we went to the old man farm, and then he offered us a food. We asked him if we can eat his food. He said, okay, we eat it. The mama automatically know she's the one to do that. She don't do that for her kids to eat it. She do that to kill that old man. The old man didn't eat it. Her own son ended up eating it, and she lost both of her sons. Killed them for hitting that man. So that the story was telling people every time wish something good to everybody. Whatever you give, that's what you're gonna receive. If you're giving a good thing to people, you'll receive a good one. If you're wishing bad luck or bad thing to people all the time, it will come back to you. So that was the story about that. Yes, do it to yourself.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for sharing all of this with me and with our listeners. Hey, Carbondale, remember, you do it to yourself.
Yes.
Take these lessons and these songs and these stories with you through the week, and just can't thank you enough for your time here in Carbondale.
Thank you very much.
Greatly appreciate it.
I'll be back again here.
Wonderful. We can't wait.
Thank you.